Hey Guitar Champion, what's going on? I'm Mr. Hombach and welcome to my newest YouTube series called the Shred ABC. In the Shred ABC, I'm going to take one letter from the alphabet every month and I'm going to select a player that represents this letter. You may haven't heard about the artist, but this exactly is the reason why I'm going to make those videos. I'm going to present to you old school and new school shredders that are definitely worth to check out. Here you will learn everything about their history, their style, their gear, their influences, and as a special icing on the cake, I have a lick prepared that isn't a style for every player. So welcome to the Shred ABC, and let's start with the letter A for Angel Vivaldi. Let's go. Born on June 13, 1985, Angel is one of the top modern guitar instrumental players in the scene right now. He has released 5 instrumental records so far. Revelations from 2008, Speed of Dark from 2009, Universal Language 2011, Away with Words from 2014 and his newest shred record called Synapse. After releasing his debut Revelations, he started joining the band Black Market Hero. Angel had his first big viral success after releasing the 2 videos for the singles A Mercurian Summer and A Martian Winter. In the end of 2015, he released a modern metal cover from the Joe Satriani classic Crystal Planet, featuring the great Dan Sugarman. In 2017 he released, together with the British shred sensation Andy James, a single called Wave of Synergy. Angel's main guitar influences are bands like Metallica, Megadeth, but also Nirvana and guitar players like Yngwie Malmsteen, Eric Johnson and Joe Satriani. Reading some comments on the internet, a lot of people are calling him the Lord of Tapping, the God of Tapping, something with tapping. And yeah, this is definitely his most interesting side when it comes to guitar technique, his tapping technique. But beside that, he is a really mature songwriter and has some really great songwriting skills when it comes to write instrumental guitar music. He can really tell stories with his instrumental music and creates great atmosphere. And this is really hard to achieve with instrumental guitar music. The first time I saw and hear something from Angel was in a video where he broke 2 of his fingers from the left hand and still tried to play some songs from him, and is doing some really crazy tapping chip with only 2 fingers. I think his ring finger and his pinky was broken, or it looks like that. And this really was blown me away. And after that I followed Angel for a long time. Sometimes I wrote him, sometimes he wrote back, which was really nice. I sent him some stuff from my bands and I really become a big fan of Angel's music. Let's talk about Angel's gear, shall we? He used to play Ibanez, especially 2 types of guitar, which are called Dorothy and Sophia. Dorothy is a really rare Ibanez RG-CT7 and Sophia is a special customized 7-string RG. His pickups are mainly from DiMarzio and he's playing the Deactivator, the Liquefier, but also the Air Norton 7 and the Tone Zone 7, which are, of course, also my favorite pickups. Since 2017 he's endorsed by Charvel, Fender Charvel guitars, and he has his own signature guitar there, which is based on the Charvel DK24. Amp-wise, Angel is playing Mesa Boogie amps and the XFX. He's also using Dunlop strings, the Super Bright strings and Dunlop picks. In 2015 he quit his daily job to dedicate his life full to music and to touring. He toured with Andy James, with Nita Strauss and with Just G, just to name a few. Besides his work as a musician, Angel is also really a creative person when it comes to all the stuff behind the music or around the music. The photos, the media, the videos. And for example, during the guitar recording process for his last record Synapse, he painted his recording room every time in a different color. In a color that represents the song he's recording right now. And this is totally crazy. A lot of work, but props for that to Angel. You can hear it. The record Synapse is a fantastic instrumental guitar record. One of my favorites from his records. And also, he's not only a great musician, I can imagine that he's also a really awesome person, a really fun guy to hang out with. He's also really active in the ALS scene and is doing something against this sickness, this really terrible sickness and handicap. You know, right now I'm in my Jason Becker month. I'm doing a lot of Jason Becker work right now. And this reminds me how awful this sickness is. And there's a lot to do against it. And it's really great that Angel is really stand behind those organizations. So let's check out the lick that I've prepared for you in the style of Angel Vivaldi. As I've said in the beginning, Angel is a really awesome tapping player, so of course this is a tapping lick. It's a run in E minor and it's combined some tapped arpeggios ideas with some scale runs, and yeah, let me play the lick slow and then fast, and then we're going to check out the lick. Okay, let's check out this Angel Vivaldi style tapping lick. We are in the key of E minor and we are basically playing all the arpeggios from starting on E, then F sharp, G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, and again E minor. And in this tapping style we are adding to the arpeggio the 9 and the 7. The 9 and the 7. So let's check out the first lick. The first lick goes like this. And this is our basic tapping idea. We just transform it into major chords, into minor chords with the flat 9, into major chords with the major 7 or the dominant 7, and so on. So we are starting on the 7th from the E, the 5th fret on the B string, and we are hammering to the root. Then we are playing hammering from nowhere to the 3rd on the 3rd fret of the E string, and a hammer on to the 7th fret on the E string, the 5th. And now we're tapping the 9 here on the 14th fret of the E string. Pulling, pulling, and tapping the 12th fret on the E string, our root note. Okay, when we are tapping the 12th fret on the E string, our root note, we have a little bit of time to move our fingers from this position to the next position, to the next arpeggio. Because when we're tapping here, our hands here, our left hand can be free and can be shifting to the 5th fret on the B string where we're starting our next arpeggio. The next arpeggio is a minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio with the flat 9. We're starting on the 7th again, hammering to the root, the F sharp, the 3rd, and with our ring finger we are playing in the 8th fret from the E string, the flat 5. Tapping the flat 9. Doing the pull off again and landing on the root. So far we are having E, and F sharp minor flat 5 with a flat 9. Going to the next chord, which is G major. Now we're having this shape. We're starting on the 7th fret on the B string, hammering on the 8th fret on the B string, hammer on from nowhere to the 7th fret on the E string, and with our pinky hammering on the 10th fret from the E string. Now tapping again the 9th, which lies on the 17th fret on the E string, and completing the G major arpeggio. Going to the A minor arpeggio, where we're starting again on the 7th from the A, the 8th string, the G, the 8th fret on the B string, the G, hammering to the 10th fret, going to the 8th fret on the E string. It's basically the same shape like in the E minor, just transforms to A. Then we are tapping again with our middle finger, the 9th, lying on the 19th fret from the A string, from the E string, and completing the A minor chord. Okay, the B minor chord is basically the same shape like the A minor chord, but this time we are tapping the flat 9, not the raised 9. And the flat 9 is on the 20th fret on the E string. Going to C major, which is again the same shape like in G major, just transformed to C. Going to D major dominant, so now we're not having the major 7, we're now having the minor 7. So we have the 13th fret on the B string, hammering to the 15th fret on the B string, going to the 3rd, 14th fret on the E string, and the 5th, which lies on the 17th fret on the E string. Now tapping the 24th fret and the 22nd fret for the D. Okay, in the E minor chord, well, I don't have 27 frets, so I'm not really able to tap the 9 or the root. Well, I'm able to tap the root, I have 24 frets, but after 24 frets on this fretboard, it's dead end. So I'm tapping this kind of arpeggio. First, the same idea like in this complete lick. Just going to the root, not to the 9 with the fast tapping. And then playing in 60-note triplets this shape. Just with hammer-ons from nowhere. As a little help, I use my groove gear, so not so many notes are ringing with or ringing in between. It's a bit cleaner then, but when you're practicing it, I highly recommend you to put the groove gear away and just use it when you are performing this kind of lick or doing it for fun. Practicing always without the groove gear. Performing with the groove gear.